Hello student, this is the part 4 from this topic graph. My name is Drashti Mori and I am the professor at New LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. I welcome you all here. Now, as I said, we already covered the part 3. Up till here, we try to understand how the different terminology work, and in this video, we try to understand how the spanning tree work. When I say spanning tree means you understood the difference between the graph and tree. Tree have no cycle, yes, but graph can have. So it is a special case that tree have no cycle and graph can have. So we can say tree is a special case of graph. Now, if some given graph need to be converted in tree so that we didn't end up with the cycle, so we try to cover, we convert the graph to the tree. Now, when I say we are trying to converting, some special name need to be given. That name is spanning tree. Now, different spanning tree can be created, but from them we have to find what is the minimum, which spanning tree have the minimum cost associated with them. So all these things will be understood in detail, and two algorithm we try to understand with the help of uh, basic understanding. Now let's start. As I said, before understanding the minimum spanning tree, you should aware about how the spanning tree work and how we can create a multiple spanning tree from the given graph. Spanning tree, as I said, it does not have any cycle. Yes. And what else? Any disconnected graph cannot be have any spanning tree. When I say disconnected means what? Disconnected means the graph which have no some part is here and some part is there. In that case, you are not been able to create spanning tree of given graph. Let me give you an example. Okay, this is my graph. Now you can see this graph is disconnected. Why I'm saying disconnected? Because C is not having any connection with the existing part. Okay, so it can be like this, that CD is connected and AB is connected, but still it is a disconnected graph. And any disconnected graph don't have any spanning tree. So this thing you should aware. Now let's take one example and you get more clarity. This is my one graph, and from this graph I have to create multiple spanning tree. Yes, but as I said, your number of vertices is same in your graph, and in your spanning tree both have same number of vertices. You are not allowed to deduct any vertex. All the node needs to be present in your spanning tree. But the thing is your edge count. Now in a spanning tree, your edge is not same as your in your graph. Here, number of edge is vertex is minus 1. Why I'm saying vertex is minus 1? Because whenever you are end up with the, if you understand the tree properly, you know tree have how many edges. Trees always have edges vertex minus 1. Okay, so this is the technical way you can represent it. Now take one example here. Now you have to tell me that how many spanning trees possible of this graph. Let me draw one for you. uh, First of all, draw all the node. Okay, then after you just make sure that no cycle would be formed. Okay, now if I connect this, then I'm not allowed to draw this line. And how many edge we require? We for node, if my vertex count is 4, then how many edges should be there? 3. Okay, 4 minus 1 is 3. So this much edge is required, and why now this thing have 3 edge. So this is my first spanning tree. Any other spanning tree possible? Let me try again. Okay, now you just have to check that 3 need to be connected, and for this edge is required. So this is mandatory edge. Okay, now For connection of 2 and 1, we can draw one line, just direct connection, and 0 need to be connected. Okay, so I can draw this line. So this is my second spanning tree. Anything else? Yes, I can draw. Yes, this is my third. Anything else left? No. So three way you can draw the spanning tree. Now jump to the next topic, that is minimum spanning tree. Now minimum spanning tree work only when you have weighted graph. If your edge does not have any weight, you cannot create the minimum spanning tree. Yes or no? So here what they are saying is out of all the three, consider the case where some edge value is given. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now these are the weight given to my edge. And now you have to check that which spanning tree have minimum weight. So here, how many weight? Here, 1, 2, and 3. So of course, this is the what? Spanning tree with the minimum weight sum. Like here, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So it is 6. Okay. And here, 4 plus 2 plus 3 means 9. Okay. And here, 1 plus 4 plus 3 means 8. So here, out of 8, 9 and 6, 6 is a minimum number. So this is my minimum spanning tree. Fine. This way you have to find the spanning tree and minimum spanning tree from the given graph. Okay. Definition is easy to understand. Now, this is one more example. You have to find the minimum spanning tree. Now, easy is 10 is need to be ignored. Why? It is a higher value. Okay. So, for creation of lowest sum, this need to be ignored. Then only we have minimum weight. So, by looking at the graph, and as this is a small graph, you can directly come to know that this is the minimum spanning tree for the given graph, because if you add this age, your sum of all the age become more. So we are ignoring this edge, and by ignoring this, you have finally get the connected graph. Yes, but if I want to ignore this also, then one is disconnect, and this is not allowed in a spanning tree. Okay, so this age is mandatory. You have to have add this. Okay, so this way you can find. Now this is simple. If my graph is small but my graph is have a more edges, at the time you require some algo, or you need some predefined steps. For that we have two steps, Kruskal and Prince. Let me start with the Kruskal. In Kruskal, they are saying ignore all the self loop or parallel edge. If some loop and parallel is given, you just have to ignore that. Okay. And then after, you have to create a list of all the edges. How can you create a list? Like here, 0, 1, 10, 0, 2, 3, 2, 3. What is 2, 3? 5 and 1, 2, 6. Okay. Now they are saying create ordered list. Okay. I created the list, but it is not in an order format. So let me rewrite it. Is this fine? Good. Now, out of all this age, you just have to pick lowest age weight. Okay. So from first three, what you find is my final spanning tree. Okay, this is small graph, so it is easy to understand. Let me take one more example here. You can see in this graph, you can find any loop. Is there any loop? No. If some loop is there, then some weight would be assigned and this would be there. But no, here no loop, so you don't have to remove any loop. But here you can see parallel line. A and C is connected with 3 weighted edge and 5 weighted edge. Now which edge need to be removed? In your step it says highest weight would be ignored because we are trying the minimum, so higher value would be ignored. So now if you want to redraw the graph, you can redraw after removing this edge. Okay, but here I am just considering it is removed from the graph. Okay, now whatever I am left, I just have to create an order list. Okay, so let me take the smallest edge width. Here smallest is 1, so AB 1, then after BC 1, then after 2 weight is here. Yes, E and F have weight 2. Anything else? Yes, BB. And 3 weighted edge is. Likewise, you just have to create all the connection. It might be case at from the first two some list you are end up with the connected graph. But as this is first example, let me write all the edge width. Then after 5 के बाद 6 BF, then DE. Okay, just count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 9 should be here. 1 2 3. Okay, so total 9 edges here, and here also your graph have 9 edge. Okay, no edge is been left. Fine. Now Kruskal says you start with the smallest edge. Okay, your AB weight has 1, BC weight is 1. So let me draw the node. So AB is 1, BC is 1, then after EF is 2, then after BD is 2, then after AC is 3. But you require to add? No. Because if you add this graph, this edge, then you end up with cycle and you don't want any cycle. So this is lower value, but you don't want to add. Okay, so skip this. Now BE. You require to connect BE or not? Yes, you require to connect BE. Now all the node is connected. 9. So this much edge is required to create my spanning tree, and this is the final result. Fine. How you understood that this is the final result? Because now you can see no node is disconnected, or you can say this is disconnected graph. So you just have to stop. Okay. Now if I add anything in my graph, now it would form a cycle, and we don't require the cycle. So this is the final spanning tree, and we can say it is a minimum spanning tree. Fine. Now Prim's algorithm. Prim's algorithm is somewhat different. Here also you require to remove the self loop and parallel edges. Okay. Then after, what is the next step? This is my step 1. This is my step 2. It says start with any node as a root node. Okay. Any node. Here you have freedom in Prims that any node you can start. You end up with the same result. Okay. Is there a multiple minimum spanning tree, or always you have end up with the single? It depends upon your graph. If your graph has same weighted edge, then you can end up with multiple minimum spanning tree. Okay, so that we will see in later slides, but now you should aware that any node you can pick as a root node. Then after, start with the smallest edge. Let me take example, you will get what idea. Now here I can start with any node. So let me start with 0. 0 have how many edge? 2 edge, 3 and 10. So what is minimum? 3. So let me add. Now look at here. Look at this, and anything which are outer, let me, now look, this is the node which are added in my minimum spanning tree. This is 0 and 2. Now this boundary I draw. So now check how many nodes going outside from this box. You can see this 10 is going outside, 6 is going outside, and 5 is going outside. So out of all these three, which is minimum? 5. So you just have to draw 5 edge and node 3. Okay. Now let me redraw again. Now here, okay, this much node is added. So how many edges going outside of this box? Only 2, 6 and 10. Which is minimum, 6 or 10? 6 is minimum. So in your final spanning tree, you have edge 6. Okay, edge with the weight 6. So this is the minimum spanning tree. Is this fine? Good. Now let me take one more example. And what I want to say is, let me give you more idea. If this is not 10 and if this is 6, then what will happen? This age weight is not 10, it is also 6. Then how many minimum spanning tree possible? 2 minimum spanning trees possible. Okay. So both of this is valid minimum spanning tree. So you don't say that you have always end up with the single spanning tree. Okay, that purely depend upon your graph. But if my graph is this 10, then you only have one spanning tree, that is this one. But if your 0 and 1 weight is 6, then you can have minimum spanning tree as this and or this. So both are valid minimum spanning tree in the case of 0 1 edge have weight 6. Let me take one example to understand the prims. Now this is, as I said, this is a parallel line. So remove this thing. Okay. And now let me start with A. Out of A, you can see if I make a box on A, how many edges going outside? 1 and 3. Yes. So 1 and 3, which is minimum 1. So let me draw this line. Fine. Now let me take one color. Now I have box this. Okay. And for that, I have how many edges? 3, 1, 4, and 2, which is minimum 1. So draw the line 1. And node is C. Fine. Now let me redraw again. Okay. And for this box, you just have to check how many edges going outside of this green dark green box. Okay. So you will see 5, 4, and 2. Minimum is 2. So add this line 2. Okay. Now take the blue. Now this is added. Okay. This is a big blue box. Okay. Now check how many edges going outside of this dark blue. You can see here no line is going outside. Okay, so you don't have to bother on this side. Just check this side how many edges is going outside. 6, 7, 4, and 5, which is minimum 4. So add the line 4. Fine. Now, let me take one more color, that is purple color, I think dark blue color. So here, this is the big box, and out of this, you have 6 and 2. Okay, so 6 and 2, which is minimum 2. So add the line 2. This is the way Prim's algorithm work. Okay, so in Prim's algorithm, this is the final minimum spanning tree. I hope this is easy to understand. So on this note, I end this video lecture. Thank you all.